Hello guys, welcome back. Today we will study a very important and a very easy chapter, that is your electricity. Under electricity, mainly your combination of resistor. Now what is resistor? We know that how the current in a conductor depend on the potential difference and the resistance. So basically what is this? This is your Ohm's law. What does Ohm's law say? Potential difference, or you can call it as voltage. The potential difference across the conductor is equal to your current in the conductor by your resistance. So this is your Ohm's law, right? So in many devices they apply Ohm's law. To apply an Ohm's law you need resistance, and resistor is a device which provides the necessary resistance for a device. Now let us see the different combination of resistor. So mainly we have two different method of connecting the resistance. One is your series and other is your parallel combination. Two or more resistors are connected together with the end-to-end terminal. What do you mean by end-to-end terminal? As you see in this circuit, this is your first 1, 2 and 3. This is one of the example where I have given you three resistors. So one resistor, this is one terminal and this is the other terminal. The end terminal is attached to the other terminal of resistor 2, and the second resistor terminal is attached to the third resistor. This is how the chain can be continued. You can add how many resistor you want, but this is the pattern you have to follow to connect in a series. So this is your series combination. By your exam point of view, I can tell how can the question be framed. They can give you 1, 2, 3 or many resistance, and they'll ask you to draw a circuit where you have to connect the resistance in series fashion. So how do you do that? You have to, series means you have to connect the resistors. Then you have to, we know that by Ohm's law, remember this, I is equal to V by R, correct? So if you are adding a resistor, you should be having current and potential difference. To measure the volt, you have to add voltmeter, and remember this is very important. Your voltmeter will be always parallel to your resistance. Parallel, okay, see, parallel means what? It's one above the other. You see, this is your voltmeter and this is your resistance. And to measure your current, you should have your ammeter. Ammeter will be always in series. This terminal is attached with the terminal of your ammeter. So this is in series. So remember, whenever you draw a circuit, voltmeter will always be parallel to your resistance and ammeter will be in series to your resistance. So this is your battery. Let us see resistor in your series. Now what happened in this circuit? You have to remember that in series, your current will be same throughout the circuit. So your current will be same throughout the circuit, but there will be change in your voltmeter. Why? Because here you see, this is your Ohm's law, correct? I is supplied here, V by R. I should be always equal to V by R. Now here R is changing. To balance this, V should be changed, right? So in your series combination, current will be same, but your resistor and potential difference will be changed simultaneously. This is your first point. Second thing, what you have to remember is the total potential difference across the circuit will be the sum of the individual voltage for an individual resistor. Now what do we mean by that? So I write it down. Will be sum of individual potential difference of individual resistor. So for this resistance, the voltage will be different. For this resistance, voltage will be different, and for this resistor, voltage will be different. So based on this concept, we have to derive the total amount of resistor across the circuit. How can you find that? Your second point was the total potential difference will be the sum of the individual potential difference. So this is V1, V2, V2, V3, and this is your sum, is your total potential difference. Now let us take the individual potential difference across this small circuit. V1 will be equal to I into R by a Ohm's law. Similarly V2 and V3 Correct? If I add this V1, V2, V3 in this equation, take it as equation 1. So if I substitute this in equation 1, I will get IR1 plus IR2 plus IR3. Correct? What is your V? By your Ohm's law, I into R. Correct? What is your V? By your Ohm's law, I into R. So I into R is equal to IR1 plus IR2 plus IR3. Take I common, eliminate I, and what do you get? R is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. So this is your total resistance in a series combination. Now in your exam the question can be framed as they will give you different 1, 2 or 3 or 4 resistors with different value and which is in your series combination, and they will ask you to find the total resistance. So you have to use this formula. You need not to know this working, but you have to remember this formula. You just have to substitute the R1, R2, R3 value and you will get the total resistance. This is your series combination of resistor. Next, we'll move to the parallel combination. If you have studied this, then this will be much similar to understand. What is parallel? As you know, parallel means one above the other. Correct? So the resistor is placed one above the other. As you can see, the end point, the end terminal of 1, 2 and 3 is joining at the point X, and the other terminal is joining at the point Y. Correct? So this is your parallel combination. Here also you have to remember two main things. Your voltmeter will be always parallel to your resistance, same as your series combination, and your ammeter will always be in series with your resistor. Okay, when we come to your exam point of view, they will ask you the same. They'll give you 1, 2, 3 or more resistor value, and they'll tell you that it is in your parallel combination. So how do you find the total resistance? So we'll derive the formula of total resistance. In this circuit, you have to remember two things. Here it's the opposite. Your potential difference or your voltage will be similar or will be the same throughout the circuit. It won't change. But your second thing is, and the current will vary with respect to your resistance. Based on this concept, we'll derive the total resistance. V is similar throughout the circuit. So this is your total current throughout the circuit. How do you find the total current throughout the circuit? You have to add the sum of the individual current of the resistor. Okay. Then we know that by Ohm's law, I is equal to V by R. Correct. Keep this in mind. Let us move. What happens if I take an individual circuit? So here I is varying. So I1 is equal to V by R1 for first circuit. Similarly for the second circuit, R2, and the third, R3. Okay, let me substitute in equation 1. So I is equal to, what is your I1? V by R1, I2 V by R2, I3 V by R3. So this is your I. Now we know that from our Ohm's law, I is equal to what? V by R. So V by R1 plus V by R2 plus V by R3. Now volt is similar, so take common and you can eliminate your volt. So the resultant R, so your resultant R is 1 by R is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. This is a formula by which you can calculate the total resistance in parallel series. I have already told you how the questions will be framed. They will give you different kinds of resistor value and they will tell you whether it is in series or parallel. You have to find the total resistance. If the circuit is in series fashion, you have to use this formula and calculate the total resistance. But if the circuit is in parallel combination, you have to use this formula 1 by R is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2, 1 by R3 and calculate the total resistance of parallel circuit. I hope you understood the video. So if you have any doubt, please tell us in our comment section and please don't forget to like and subscribe.